We just had an intermission lunch break. But it's like 5 seconds for you. Actually, it's nothing for them. It's a new episode. Bread.
Water.
Gavin.
Vomit.
Jeff.
Okay. All right.
Wet bread. Like Gavin hates.
Gavin and Jeff didn't play I Am Bread.
Yeah, but Gavin hates wet bread, so.
Yeah, but you didn't say wet.
Yeah, well, that's what she said. Okay, anyways.
All right. Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Rookie Reactions to RWBY. We're up to Volume 5, Chapter 3. I am Bowden Maddox. I have seen the show. And
I am Michelle, and I have seen it, too.
My daughter, Michelle, and she has not seen it. Would you stop telling people you've seen it? You haven't.
But I have.
But you have?
No.
It
would be a plot twist if I did.
It would be news to me, and I would be very upset.
It'd be a fucking plot twist.
Because what would be the point?
Plot twist.
Okay. Anyway, so we are up, like I said, to Volume 5, Chapter 3. Unforeseen complications. Anything that you're looking forward to? A miscarriage. Okay, who's miscarriage? Who's had sex in the show? I mean, some people we know have to have had sex because they have children, but anyway, whatever. Moving on. Anything specific you want to see? Or generally that you want to see in this episode?
Death.
In this chapter? More death.
Death.
What is it with you and death?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll just get started then.
I'm wearing a Metallica shirt. Yeah.
Assuming I'm on the right window. There we go. You like this theme music?
No, I still like the first one.
The very first one?
I'm pretty sure. Either that or it was the second one. The Evanescence one? What was that one?
I don't remember which one that is.
I don't know. I block out the whole thing, so.
I think it's the second one. But... Or maybe the third one. Nora!
Something in my eye.
Stop looking. Oh, sorry.
What?
Nothing. Reference back to Volume 4.
You're okay, sweetie. Calm down. It's alright. We'll get through this together, okay?
Yeah, well, yeah, we have to, kind of by definition. Oh, here she goes again.
Sorry.
She said she was going to clear the phone stuff up.
I'm done. It's not my phone, it's my watch, technically, so.
Your phone watch.
My watch.
Uh-huh.
Watch. Oh, that's the other way around.
Show me the clock on your watch. Yeah, I see a bunch of text messages.
It's right here. There's a clock right here.
Yeah.
It's 11:19 p.m.
That's not the mode you leave it in.
It's 11:19 p.m.
11:19 a.m.
Oh, a.m. Plot twist, it's midnight.
It's very bright out for midnight. Triumph will be ours. We already did that.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Your favorite. And your favorite's mom. Is she your favorite mom, too?
Michael.
It's not Michael.
Well, I only know her. I don't know. Do we know Weiss's mom?
Yeah.
Is she a bitch?
No, we've heard of Weiss's mom. We've never seen her.
Oh, so then no. This is the only mom I know.
No, you know two.
Well, the other one's a bitch.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yes. It won't be easy for the people to hear, but the truth often isn't. I know they'll do the right thing.
Oh, loves your daddy.
She's doing the cat thing and rubbing her.
This.
Okay.
Rubbing her face in him.
Okay.
Poor son. I keep meaning to check this to make sure we're recording properly.
Oh.
I keep forgetting to.
Oh, I got an itch.
Thank you all for assembling here. I wanted to take time to address some of the
Hairy
rumors that
chest.
have been circulating around our island.
Just a patch.
I believe that it is important for the people of this territory to understand the truth. No matter how you feel about the human race, I think we can all agree that the event now known as the Fall of Beacon was a tragedy. A tragedy that will set both man and faunus kind back. While the main aggressor is still unknown, we do have official confirmation that Adam Taurus, the leader of a powerful splinter group working inside the White Fang, was partially responsible for these attacks. His actions not only tarnished the reputation of an organization originally created to bring peace and equality to all, but to our entire race. With each day that this man remains unpunished, it becomes increasingly difficult to condemn those that look down upon us. Recently, a spy from this same splinter group set their sights on this very home. My own daughter, Blake, and her friend did their very best to apprehend this individual. While they were unsuccessful after being physically assaulted and seriously injured, they were successful in obtaining the assailant's scroll. With this, we have been able to ascertain that Adam Taurus has plans to overthrow the current leader of the White Fang, Sienna Khan, and take over the reins.
Yeah, he's a little late.
His radical plans do not stop there. The documents on this scroll proclaim his next target to be Haven Academy and its attached CCT tower. Their plan is to strike on the last full moon before the beginning of the fall semester, roughly 2 months from today. I have sent my swiftest messenger to the government of Mistral, but I believe we have a greater responsibility. My relationship with the White Fang has been an interesting one. Years ago, I led the organization to help try and create a world where I, and every Faunus who wished, could walk alongside the human race. And while I believe we made great strides toward this goal, it was made clear to me that the people both in and out of the White Fang wanted faster results. So I stepped down, and Sienna Khan was appointed as my successor. It's true that I do not fully condone many of her methods. What I do condone is what Sienna fights for.
Well, she's not fighting anymore.
The idea that the Faunus and humans are, and should be, equal. Adam Taurus does not seem to have that goal in mind. What he has done benefits no one but himself. I think it's time that the Faunus showed the world that we are equals. Time that we snuff out this splinter group and restore the White Fang to what it once was.
What you writing about?
To do this,
Later.
I think the answer is clear. We must go to Haven and protect it at all costs.
Yeah. Huh?
Before we proceed any further, I'd like to invite my daughter to come and share her story. Not only as a former member of the White Fang, but also as a survivor of the fall of Beacon.
Traitors!
Jesus Christ, this bitch.
Ilya.
Cowards. After everything the humans have done to us, everything they've put us through, you're asking us to help them?
I know we haven't been treated fairly.
Where was their help when the dust companies treated our people like slaves? Where was their help when kingdoms hunted Faunus just for being who they are? Where was my help when my parents were killed in a dust mine? Where?
Young lady, progress takes patience and cooperation.
The Belladonnas are the worst kind of Faunus. They want us to work with the same people that are trying to hold us down. If you truly want to help your people, now is the time to support Adam, not the Belladonnas. He will bring about the future that you deserve. And if you are unwilling to fight, know that the White Fang will do it for you.
Shut up! After her!
Did he age backwards?
He's possessed! Or reincarnated.
Oh, isn't it weird?
It is very weird, yes.
Okay. Let's all just take a second and remember that this is very overwhelming for everyone.
Thanks. Sorry. It's just, I've never really met huntsmen and huntresses before.
Well, we've never met a person with two souls, so first times all around.
Not to break up the whole getting to know you game, but we need to have a talk. Mind showing us your little parlor trick, kid?
Yeah, okay. Just so you know, I'll still be here. It is so very good to see you again, students.
Wait, what just happened?
Professor Ozpin? Correct. And though I may be the one speaking, Oscar is still present mentally. He's merely handed over the controls, so to speak. Just don't make us do anything embarrassing. I'm afraid this all must be very perplexing.
And alarming, and bizarre, and just really kind of hard to believe overall.
It's good to see you children still have your sense of humor. I know you've all been through tremendous hardship already. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not your fault.
It's all my fault. I told you once that I made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet. And I wasn't exaggerating. I'm cursed. For thousands of years, I have walked the surface of Remnant, living, dying, and reincarnating in the body of a like-minded soul. The Professor Ozpin you all met was not my first form, and clearly wasn't my last. It's an extraordinarily strenuous process on everyone involved.
So what are you?
I am the combination of countless men who have spent their lives trying to protect the people of Remnant. With every rebirth, my soul is eventually merged with another. And I am changed, but my memories stay with me. This curse was bestowed upon me by the gods, because I failed to stop Salem in the past. But we must stop her now.
And how do we do that?
We start by ensuring the safety of the Relic of Knowledge.
Well. Look who's awake. He's all dirty.
What's going on? Where am I? You know, I never thought I'd see a Schnee in this camp.
She was in the intro.
Vernal?
She has her thing.
Mm-hmm. Her weapon.
What do you want? Straight to the point. I like it. We don't normally deal in trafficking people. Not really worth our time. But once we realized we had a Schnee, that changed.
You're going to ransom me back to my father. Is that it?
It's a shame you're a Schnee. You'd probably do quite well around here.
I would never sink to your level.
Just keep quiet and cooperate and you'll be back in your mansion before you know it.
Not where she wants to be.
Don't make this complicated.
Oh,
What's going to make
she
this
will.
complicated is when my sister finds out that I didn't make it to Mistral. You know my sister, don't you? Winter Schnee, special operative of the Atlas military. She's in Mistral now, and when she hears I'm missing, it won't take her long to find me. And you. What's so funny?
Oh, I don't know if it's more funny or sad, but you're clearly out of the loop. Your sister isn't in Mistral anymore. No Atlas personnel are in Mistral anymore. General Ironwood closed the borders and recalled all of his little troops in tin cans. No one is coming to rescue you.
This is perfect! We were stuck at a dead end, but now we can just take little cute boy Ozpin to Lionheart and have him set things straight.
Please don't call me that.
We're not sure that's the best idea.
But I thought the headmasters all took their orders from you. That was the intention. 4 lieutenants I can trust, especially during times of reincarnation. But Crow told me about your meeting with Leonardo. He isn't just behaving irrationally. He's disobeying specific instructions I had left him.
He's walking like Ozpin.
Something's wrong. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I don't want to rule out any possibilities either. No one outside of this room knows that I have paired with Oscar, and I think it may be best to keep it that way.
Play things close to the chest until we got a better hand.
Precisely. Now, we have 2 steps ahead of us. The first is enlisting the aid of more huntsmen. But the Mistral Council
doesn't own every huntsman in the kingdom, and I've been here enough times to know where we can find some more.
So long as they're trustworthy.
You can trust them to put up a good fight. I'll throw together a list tonight.
Good luck with that.
After that, we can move on to step 2.
What's step 2?
Getting you 4 into fighting shape.
But we already know how to fight.
You can only fight so long as you have Crescent Rose, but you're still lacking in hand-to-hand combat.
Well, yeah.
Mr. Ark, I'm glad
Can't
you
fight at all.
but sorry to say you've yet to unlock your symbols.
Pretty much.
All of you still have a ways to go before you're ready to pose any real threat against Salem and her forces. And though Oscar can give me temporary control, he'll need to strengthen his body and his aura. Wait, what? He'll inherit my muscle memory in time, but practice will expedite the process.
But if Crow's out looking for huntsmen, then who's going to teach us?
Well, I believe I was the headmaster of Beacon Academy. We have approximately 1 month before
Nora's
classes
unfazed.
resume at Haven. If Salem were to plan an attack, it would make sense that it occur prior to students' return. It's not much time, but it's better than nothing. Just don't expect me to go easy on you. Huh? You've got to be kidding me.
Weiss.
That's her music.
Yeah.
There's a tiny one.
She didn't need her sword to do it either. Before, she's always done her little dance with her sword and then stuck it in the ground. She doesn't need to. That's just something she does. She doesn't need to do it. What do you think of this one?
Oh, Ozpin.
So Oscar, Ozpin, and the kids. We had Blake and her father in the speech, and Ilya fight.
Chest hair.
And his chest hair. And then at the end we had Weiss in the camp.
With the tiny man.
With the tiny man. Tiny little knight. That's pretty cool. In her hands. That's pretty cool. She's very powerful. So, did you catch what Blake's father's name is Ghira, by the way. What Ghira was saying about him and Sienna having the same goals. They just have different methods, but they had the same goals. And their goal was to make sure that humans and faunus were considered equals. Right?
Yes.
Sienna wanted to do it through fear so that they would respect them and consider them equal. Whereas, of course, Ghira wanted to do it through...
Say off-car?
I said, of course, Ghira wanted to do it through
Off-car.
just, more peaceful means. Negotiations and that sort of thing. PR. But then how he said that Adam has a totally different objective, right? Ghira and Sienna wanted equality. Adam wants superiority. He wants the faunus to be superior and to basically rule the humans.
Rule the humans.
Yeah.
Rule them.
Rule. Ozpin and Oscar, we talked about that. Anything about that struck you as interesting?
Nope. It was cute.
We were introduced to Vernal, the woman who had Weiss's weapon. She's in the intro sequence.
Hate her.
Yeah, she's in the intro sequence. I think she's standing opposite of Cinder.
Hate her.
It looks like they didn't like each other in the
I
intro.
don't like any of them.
But you hate Cinder. Wouldn't you like Vernal?
I hate both of them.
Okay.
Touch my Weiss, I touch your booty.
Do you know what the word vernal means?
No.
Like the vernal equinox?
No. You raised me.
That means you should know. It's spring. It happens in the spring. The vernal equinox.
I don't know what that is.
It's like the start of spring.
I just call it...
So if her name is Vernal...
Daylight savings.
Pronounced Vernal, but Vernal. And that's tied to spring. And Raven supposedly has a spring maiden. Are you making any connections in your brain?
Should I be?
Could Vernal be the spring maiden?
I don't fucking know.
Whatever.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
I was wrong before.
What do you think Weiss is going to do with her little mini knight?
Kill.
Kill? Just send him out to kill people? Slit their throats?
Yes. And leave.
Okay, well, then she would have to get the knight to cut her bonds and break her out of the prison, right?
Yeah, he could do it. He's tiny enough.
Okay. All right. Anything else you're looking forward to next episode?
Death to all.
Stop with the death to all stuff. Anything else next chapter you're looking forward to? Let's see. We left off the end of chapter 1 with Yang and the bandit saying he can help her find Raven. Weiss is trapped in the cell. Blake and her family are still trying to convince the faunus to fight. And Ruby and gang are training, apparently, are going to be training with
Oscar Ozpin.
All right.
Excited. Let's go.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Catch you next time.